President Robinson Secondary School in Fairfax, Virginia. How do you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear, Brian. How do you hear me?
We hear you great, Shell, and so does all of our students here. Man, you look great. You look well rested. You look like you've been eating well on the space station. You haven't lost weight. You look fantastic. And actually, you look stronger than you did the last time I saw you. How's it going up there?
I'm feeling great, Brian. Things are terrific. We've had a great 2 months thus far, and looking forward to the rest of this mission. In fact, Kimia and Oleg and I are at about the halfway point. The food is good. We're working hard and having a lot of fun.
That's fantastic. Again, like I said, our whole auditorium is filled. Our whole gymnasium is filled. Every TV at Robinson is linked on to you right now to see this Robinson Ram who is up in space. Now, my question before we get to our student questions, we're going to bring them up. How did being a Fairfax County Public School student, and especially a Robinson Ram, train you and influence you to do what you're doing right now?
Well, thanks, Brian. I'm so excited to be talking with you all today. And first, let me just extend a warm hello to Mr. Eline, the Robinson principal, as well as the faculty, staff, and of course the outstanding student body that you have there. I understand also that some of my classmates and friends, as well as my parents, are in the audience. So hello to you all. And then, of course, you and I, Brian, are friends, classmates, and wrestling teammates. So I'm super excited to be talking with you all. You know, Fairfax County Public Schools and Robinson specifically, I think provided me with a terrific foundation to be able to go on to further education and to really pursue my goals and to achieve this dream of flying in space.
All right. Well, we have a couple of student questions for you, and if you can just answer these questions as honestly and as cool as you do everything, that would be great.
I'm in 8th grade. My question is, did any teacher from Robinson help to inspire you to become an astronaut?
Thank you for that question. My desire, my dream to become an astronaut preceded even my time at Robinson. It's something that I've wanted to do for as long as I can remember. But I can tell you that the teachers at Robinson, the staff, the faculty at Robinson, my classmates were all incredibly supportive and encouraging. And like I said, the academics at Robinson, the extracurricular activities, the sports that I was involved in, all really provided some aspect of training or hardened my character and furthered my desire to pursue my goals. And so I'm very thankful and proud of my Robinson heritage, and look where it's gotten me. It's awesome.
My name is Will, and I'm in 12th grade, and my question is, what kind of equipment do you use on the ISS to stay physically fit in microgravity?
Hey, Will, that's a great question. You know, we have 3 main exercise devices. We have a cycle ergometer, essentially an exercise bike. We have a treadmill, and we also have something named ARED, the Advanced Resistive Exercise Device, and it's something that we can use to get a resistance or kind of weightlifting type of workout. Of course, weights don't work up here, so we use evacuated cylinders, essentially kind of vacuum cylinders, in order to provide that resistance, and we can get the equivalent of up to 600 pounds on that thing. So we do a lot of exercise, and exercise is not only important for folks on Earth to stay healthy, but it's incredibly important for us up here. It's how we maintain bone density and strength, muscular strength, a cardiovascular fitness, so that when we return to the Earth, that we're in good shape.
My name is Allison. I'm in 12th grade, and my question is, what types of power sources are on the ISS?
Hey, Allison. That's a great question. You know, the ISS is an incredible test bed, not only serving as an international laboratory for research that will help extend our humanity's presence in the solar system, but also benefit the Earth. It's also a test bed for exploration. It's giving us an opportunity to figure out ways to build things, provide resources, and do the things that we need to do in order to be able to explore far-flung destinations like Mars. And so the power on the International Space Station is provided by the huge solar arrays that we have outside, and that provides all of our power needs.
Well, and like all the students here, I mean, you got to charge your phone every night too, right? Hey, Chell, real quick. So you have a great crew. You have 5 other folks that you're in there with. You're a doctor, and you're on board with Scott Kelly, who is going to be on the ISS for a year. How is your scientific research aboard the ISS advancing our understanding of the human body?
Well, that's a great question, and that's part of why Scott Kelly is spending a year up here. His twin brother is on the Earth and serving as a control, and so it's really giving us to look an opportunity to do research and experiments and look at changes that occur in the human body over the course of that long duration in space. But the other research that we're doing really gives us an opportunity to look at some of the things that we wouldn't have the opportunity to look at on Earth. So in the absence of gravity, we can see rapid bone loss. We can see changes to the cardiovascular system, to the vestibular system, to the anatomy of the eye. And so these are all conditions that mimic conditions that we see on Earth, like osteoporosis, bone weakening, or aging, accelerated aging, or changes in immune function. And so by studying these, the effects of microgravity, of space flight here up on the space station, it can shed light not only on preserving our health, but improving health for others on the Earth.
I'm Matthew. I'm in 12th grade, and my question is, what surprised you the most when you first experienced weightlessness?
Hey, Matthew. You know what? I think, for everyone that thinks about living or working in space, the weightlessness is kind of that key thing. The ability to just float and to do crazy things like flips like this. And I think that the thing that surprised me the most when I got up here is really how clumsy I was. And so at the very beginning, we would fly through the modules and knock all sorts of stuff off the walls. Eating can be a really big mess if you're not careful. And so, trail mix will go everywhere. Oops. Will go everywhere, just like that. And soup and rice and corn just goes absolutely everywhere. So you kind of figure out strategies to so that you don't make a huge mess.
All right, before we ask any more questions, I just want to welcome your folks, Randall and Anita. They want to say hello to you really quick.
I wish we had a way to send you a bib, Chell, if you could use one.
Hi, Chell.
I haven't nuked any of my shirts lately. Hi, Mom and Dad. I'm glad you guys could make it.
They're doing great. I'm so glad they're here from Burke, and that we could have you be a Burke Center resident and a Robinson Ram. Next question. Come on up.
Hi, my name's John. I'm in 8th grade, and my question is, do you have a hard time sleeping in space?
Hey, John, that's a great question. Sleep is, of course, critical for us up here, as it is for everyone on the Earth. If we're not sleeping well, we can't do the complex activities that we have to do up here. Some people sleep great up here. Some people have a hard time. I actually sleep pretty well up here. We all have sleeping bags in our crew quarters. I just tie one little tether of my sleeping bag to the wall so that the sleeping bag doesn't fly away. But then I crawl into my sleeping bag, and I essentially just kind of float in my crew quarters in my sleeping bag. And you just kind of float in this position for the most part, and sleep kind of like this, and it's very comfortable.
Hi, my name is Monica. I'm a senior, and my question is, did you experience space adaptation syndrome?
Thanks, Monica. So for as long as I can remember, I've been interested in space, and my background is as a physician, and I've been studying the effects of space flight on the human body since undergrad, and so space adaptation syndrome is one of those things that's very interesting to read about. And for those of you who don't know what that is, space adaptation syndrome or space motion sickness is essentially kind of the feeling of discomfort and nausea that most first-time flyers, as well as some return flyers, will get on the first few days that they get up here into orbit. And so, yeah, the first couple of days that I was in space, I didn't feel great. I felt nauseated. I had a very full kind of sense of feeling in my head because all of the blood that normally gets pulled down to your legs when you're standing up on Earth, all of those physiologic mechanisms continue to work, and all that blood kind of shifts up into your chest and into your head. And so you'll see a lot of astronauts, especially when they first arrive on orbit, their faces look very full, and I can tell you that I was pretty uncomfortable for the first couple of days.
So recently you ate some lettuce that was grown in space, and I know you had wanted it on a hamburger, but how did it taste?
Right, and that lettuce actually tasted great, and so it was a lot of fun to get to eat something that we had grown up here. But, you know, just getting to raise that lettuce, that was kind of my project when I first got up here. And so I got to water the plants, take photos of them every day. And so just the act of taking care of this green living thing was very, I think, psychologically beneficial. You know, the space station, for the most part, is very white, aluminum, sterile. And so having this green growing plant in the space station was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun getting to harvest it and to eat it, and I'm looking forward to figuring out how to grow pizza up here.
My name is Kate. I'm in 8th grade, and my question is, when working with astronauts from other countries, what languages do you speak?
That's a great question. We are an international space station, an international partnership with multiple countries involved in this amazing adventure. While we're on the space station, we generally speak English on the U.S. segment, and when we go over to the Russian segment of the space station, we try to speak Russian over there. And so I would say that 95% of the time we're speaking English, just because we're spending most of our time in the U.S. segment of the space station. But when we go over to have dinner with our Russian colleagues, we'll try and engage them in Russian. And that's a big part of our training. You know, in addition to learning space station systems and how to use the robotic arm, how to do spacewalks, how to conduct experiments, we have to do Russian language training. And so that's a very challenging part of the training process.
Hi, my name is Iman. I'm in 12th grade, and my question is, we hear you grow in space, so have you noticed any changes?
That's a great question. You know, when we say grow, we grow in length. And the reason for that is we don't have gravity basically compressing our bodies down. So the intervertebral discs tend to get a little more hydrated and expand a little bit. And so people can grow from half an inch to an inch to maybe an inch and a half. And for some, that causes back pain. It can make your spacesuit not fit you so well, your flight suit not fit you so well. And that actually tends to go away once you get back to the Earth and gravity is compressing you again. I really actually haven't measured myself. I have noticed that my flight suit is feels a little bit shorter than it was when we started out. And before we do our spacewalks that we have scheduled, Scott and I have spacewalks scheduled at the end of this month and early in November. We will actually get into our spacesuits and check the fit to make sure that that we fit in those okay. And if we have to, we can make some adjustments.
You're an absolute rock star, Chell. Hey, we have another student question coming right now.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm in 8th grade, and I'm wondering, now that you're living in space, what are some of the things on Earth you have a greater appreciation for?
Michael, that's a great question. You know, I think that it essentially kind of comes down to the things that you maybe take for granted when you're living on Earth. And one of those up here is just the ability to go outside. You know, we are in an incredible engineering marvel. This space station that has the internal volume now of about a 5-bedroom house. It's an incredible amount of space. I've never felt claustrophobic up here, but still, you can't just, you know, go outside, go for a walk with the family. You can't hop in a car and go out to eat. You're stuck in here for the duration of your mission. And it's not a bad thing. You know, we have this amazing opportunity to look outside at the beautiful Earth below us, which is always changing under different lighting conditions. And so that's an amazing thing. But things like simply going outside is something that you come to miss.
So, Chell, recently, I was looking on your Twitter feed, and for those, you know, Astro_Chell, tell me a little bit about recently you got to talk to Matt Damon and about his movie. How was that? I mean, he was talking to you like you're a rock star and he's a star. Tell me about it.
You know, that was a lot of fun. We had heard that Matt Damon was doing a tour at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California, another NASA center. And I think that was kind of as a part of the movie tour. And so we called one of our friends that was actually escorting him at JPL, and they handed the phone over to him. And that was really cool, you know, to get to chat with him. Could tell that it was his voice, and so it was fun to get to talk to him. We saw pictures later and talked with our friends, and they said that he was also very excited to talk to us. So that was neat. I'm glad that he was excited about getting to talk to us up here on the space station, and it was a fun conversation.
That's fantastic. And Chell, being a Fairfax County Public School student, we chatted a little bit about that earlier. Do you have any advice for students who are here today or watching at home about, you know, how to be a great person, or just any advice at all?
You bet. I've got, I guess, three points of advice. First of all, I mean, if you have the aspirations, you know, whether it's to become a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, a teacher, or an astronaut, you know, you need to make that goal. You know, really solidify that goal. Figure out what it is that you want to do, what you want to accomplish, and then work towards that goal every day. Small steps, big steps. Make a conscious effort to address that goal on a daily basis. Secondly, you know, as you are deciding what you want to do, career-wise, you know, think about choose a field of study that you're passionate about, that interests you. You know, you are going to excel in an area that you have a passion for, that you have a love for, and then. Finally, I would say, if you're interested in doing this and becoming an astronaut and exploring the moon and being part of that generation that's going to explore Mars, really get involved in courses in science, technology, engineering, and math. That's the language of spaceflight, and you need to be fluent. So those are my 3 pieces of advice.
Chell, we are so blessed that you're up here with us today, and we're so proud of you, and we're so proud at the fact that you are a Robinson Ram. Godspeed to you. We just hope that you are safe, and we can't wait to see you when you come back down to Earth. And we hope you come to see us maybe in person here at Robinson. What do you think, Robinson? Would that be great? All right, Chell, have a
Brian, Mr. Uihlein, friends, family, and classmates, thank you so much for letting me join you today. It's been an absolute blast talking with you. I'm so excited to have gotten to spend some time with you. I'm extremely proud to be a Robinson Ram. I wish you all of the best. Students, take advantage of the amazing opportunities you have there at Robinson and Fairfax County Public Schools, and reach for the stars.
All right. Thank you so much. Best of luck to you, Chell. To our TV audience at home, we thank you for viewing, and we look forward to more access with the International Space Station. Visit nasa.gov. Have a great day.